My mailbox had definitely seen better days, and after finishing a full interior makeover, I knew it was time to bring the same energy outside. So I grabbed my Dig's gardening tools and got to work, turning this forgotten corner into a front yard feature. I purchased a new black mailbox and added our house numbers to each side. I constructed a base for the mailbox to sit on out of pressure-treated lumber and screwed the mailbox onto the base. I added a stained piece of pressure-treated lumber onto each side of the base. These boards would be screwed into the post. The whole post is a little crooked due to age, so to draw your eye away from that, I cut boards to the same length as the first board and attached them down both sides of the post. I tacked one board to the front to make sure all the other boards were even, and then I removed it. It was time to add the garden. Carrying my small tools in my Dig's waterproof bucket bag made it easy. I knew removing the grass from under the mailbox would take some muscle, so I put on my Dig's garden gloves to protect my hands. Using a spade, I cut the sod a piece at a time. This job is very time-consuming as you only want to take off the top layer of grass. Once the large pieces of grass were removed, I raked away any remaining grass and stone. The boards are dry. I attached them to the front and back, making sure they weren't too high so the mailbox could still open. I attached those with nails. I top dressed the new garden with garden soil, bringing it up to the same grade as the road. Now for the fun. Using my Dig's hand trowel, I dug a hole and planted each new flower. This trowel makes digging into the garden soil easy. The trowel has a serrated edge, which I use to remove the bottom compacted roots. This will ensure this plant will send out new roots into the soil. I use the garden cultivator to loosen the compacted roots of each plant. This will give them more of an opportunity to thrive in my garden. Snipping off any dead stems and leaves is quick and easy with the pruner shears. The garden trowel and cultivator makes digging our hard clay in Pennsylvania so much easier. Adding each new plant to the new garden took some time, but this is time well spent. All of Dig's hand tools are made with stainless steel, so cleaning them is fast and easy. I watered the garden thoroughly and added a layer of mulch to the top to help keep that much needed moisture in and the weeds out. To clean up the area around the garden, I washed away any soil and mulch, which gave the garden a nice clean edge. Back to the mailbox. There were some gaps between the side and the backboard, so I measured and decided to add corner molding. This molding is PVC, so perfect for outside. I spray painted it black to match the mailbox and the post. As the molding dried, I decided the top of the pole needed something, so I added a decorative plant hook. If you look closely, you'll see a hole in the post. There is a family of birds inside this post. That's why I didn't cut the post down to be level with the mailbox. Corner molding is dry and nailed onto each corner, finishing off that project. Whoops, I forgot to water my pot of lantana. The mailbox looks so much better and updated, and it gave me an excuse to add another garden. Taking care of my gardens is an ongoing job, but the garden snips and waterproof bucket bag make it enjoyable. And the cork handles are really comfortable, and I can use them in either my right or my left hand. My dahlias are one of my prized flowers, and I enjoy bringing them indoors. Using the Dig's garden snips made arranging them fun. Thanks to Dig's for my new tools and sponsoring this video.